My Peppermint Patties sandwich cookies are always popular during the holidays. They're a combination of two things I love, whoopie pies and traditional Italian hazelnut cookies. So I wanted to take that inspiration, make them a little bit bigger, and then put all the flavors of Christmas in them. And then you bite into them, and they're soft on the inside, pillowy, and sort of light. So we're adding a half a cup of regular sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar that you want to pack down, and sweeten up 4 ounces of bittersweet chocolate that I've already melted. You want to cool it down slightly. I don't want to scramble the eggs, otherwise it gives the cookie a weird texture. Okay, sugar's in. Add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract is one of those ingredients, like, it should be a staple item if you love to bake because it just enhances the flavor of everything. All right, so then we add a couple of eggs. You want to make sure that the eggs are at room temperature. All right, and the second egg. All right. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of regular yogurt, and the yogurt makes them nice and fluffy. So you add that right in there and adds a little bit of tang, which is really, really nice. Add that in. Makes them nice and creamy too. We're gonna add a little bit of salt just to balance out the flavor. And we're gonna start with the dry ingredients. A cup of flour that we're gonna add to add structure to the cookies, right? And we're gonna add half a cup of cocoa powder to just reinforce that rich chocolate flavor. And then we're gonna add some baking powder. We're gonna add half a teaspoon of baking powder. And the baking powder will help the cookies rise. So we definitely need some of that. Now, the trick here is to get rid of the whisk at this point. Grab a spatula or a spoonula and just lightly fold the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. If you don't fold them and you just whisk them really fast, you risk the chance of not getting the nice, light, airy cookie. And it should be a cake-like batter in the end. So that's how you can kind of tell. Great. I'm gonna grab my sheet tray, and I've lined my baking sheet with a little bit of parchment paper. The reason you want to add the parchment paper is to keep the cookies nice and moist. If you don't put anything down, you'll get a little bit of a crispier, drier cookie. So it kind of depends on what you like. We're just gonna drop about a tablespoon measure full of dough. There we go, just like that. You want to leave a little room in between. So we're gonna be able to fit 5 across and then 3 down, because they're gonna spread a little bit, but not a lot. I'm gonna bake these at 375 for 9 minutes until they puff up and have little domes and cook perfectly through. I'm making the filling for my sandwich cookies, and as you can see, my cookies have baked and cooled. So we're gonna add 3 cups of powdered sugar to the 2 sticks of butter. Now we're gonna add some peppermint extract because we're gonna make a peppermint flavored filling for the cookies. So we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract. There we go. Peppermint extract is very potent, so you don't wanna add too much, otherwise it becomes overpowering. And a little bit of salt. Perfect. All right, so slowly let's start mixing this. If you do it too quickly, you'll be covered in powdered sugar. Okay. Now we're also gonna add 10 peppermint patties that I chopped up. And these are just peppermint patty candies. I mix them right in here, and they kind of fall apart in the filling. Again, room temperature. So now we're gonna grab a cookie and some of the filling, as you can see, and just kind of add it right in there. Then I grab another cookie and I stick it right on top. So you get a nice little sandwich, just like that.